Hello, this is Darren Tuck, and for the next little while I'm going to be talking about four main body systems: the digestive system, the circulatory system, the respiratory system, and the excretion or urinary system. But before we get into all that, we're going to talk about the general wellness of ourselves and the impact of our lifestyles on our bodies. Personal lifestyles can influence many core body systems. For example, several studies have indicated that working night shifts and lack of sleep may be connected to such conditions as being overweight and diabetes. And as I'm sure all of us know, alcohol is a leading cause of many health problems such as arthritis, as well as liver, pancreatic, rectal, breast, and mouth cancer. Alcohol can also cause many diseases such as heart disease, kidney disease, and liver disease. Another factor on our health is improper diet. Having an improper diet can lead to a variety of minor problems such as fatigue, and eventually lead to bigger problems such as obesity, heart problems, joint and arthritis pain, and overall bad health. So to sum all of that up, to lead a healthy lifestyle, sleep well, eat well, and if you're going to drink, well, don't drink all the time. Okay, now that we've covered how to live a healthy lifestyle, we can begin talking about the four body systems. But before we talk about each system in detail, we have to know about homeostasis. Homeostasis is a state of internal balance in which all body systems are working together and interacting with each other in a way to fulfill all the needs of the body. The body uses homeostasis in several ways. Thermoregulation is the ability of an organism to keep its body temperature stable, even when the surrounding temperature is very different. Osmoregulation is the name for keeping the organism's fluids from becoming too dilute or too concentrated. And waste management is the body's ability to excrete waste materials such as carbon dioxide, urine, and feces. Now, different body systems use different methods to maintain homeostasis. The digestive system turns food into a usable source of energy. Acids in the stomach break down complex carbohydrates, such as starches, and smaller particles are absorbed into the bloodstream. The respiratory system uses gas exchange and regulation of blood pH. Now it regulates the blood pH by supplying oxygen to the cells for respiration. Now, blood pH is the acidic or basic levels of blood. Gas exchange is performed by the lungs by getting rid of carbon dioxide, or CO2, which is a waste product given off by cellular respiration. The circulatory system maintains homeostasis by transporting nutrients and other essential materials which pass from capillary blood into fluids surrounding the cells as waste products are removed. Control mechanisms help regulate the functions of the circulatory system in order to supply blood to specific parts of the body according to need. These mechanisms ensure a constant internal environment surrounding each body cell. And there are a lot of cells in the body, so that is a big job. And finally, the excretory system maintains an appropriate fluid volume by excreting unusable water in the urine. Another function of the excretory system's involvement in homeostasis is regulating the concentrations of various electrolytes, which are ions that are electrically charged, in the body fluid. Okay, now that we've covered homeostasis, we can begin talking about the body systems in more detail. First, we'll talk about the digestive system. Okay, here's a diagram of the organs in the digestive system. Now, the tongue is required for speech. It moves around in our mouths as we chew to push the food into a bolus, which is a soft mass of chewed food, and then push it down the esophagus to our stomach. The teeth are used to tear, scrape, and chew food. The salivary glands make saliva and help the bolus go down the esophagus easily. Saliva contains enzymes which help break down food into a form which the body can use. The epiglottis allows air to pass through the larynx and into the respiratory system. When swallowing, it covers the entrance to the larynx to prevent food and drinks from entering the windpipe. Now, after the epiglottis comes the esophagus. The esophagus is vital to your digestive system because without it, there would be no way for food and liquids to make their way from your mouth to your stomach. Now, it doesn't take a doctor to realize that this would not be convenient for most people. The pharynx is a tube that connects the nasal and oral cavities to the larynx. And the larynx, also known as the voice box, controls sound pitch and speech. Sphincters are doors which can open to allow the passage of material and then close to prevent further passage of materials. If you didn't have an anal sphincter, you'd really have problems. Your stomach churns food before it moves on to the rest of the digestive system. After food passes through the stomach, it enters the small intestine. The small intestine are responsible for absorbing most of the nutrients found within your food. By the time ingested food reaches the small intestine, it has been mechanically broken down into a liquid. As this liquid flows across the inner surface of the small intestine, which has many small folds to increase the surface area, nutrients within the food come into contact with the many small blood vessels which surround the small intestine. This blood then leaves the small intestine, carrying away the nutrients, water, electrolytes, vitamins, minerals, fats, and medications to the entire body. After the small intestine comes the large intestine. The large intestine is involved with absorption of water and salts and storing waste material